Good evening, Anu sir. Good evening. How are you, sir? Good evening, ma'am. Sophie, ma'am. Good evening. All of you, very good evening. Kindly join fast so that we can start the session. Waiting for you, people, guys. Yes, everyone. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening. How are you all doing? Right. So, today the task. Good evening, dear. Good evening. Good evening. Very good evening. So today we are going to discuss Penalisa case note. This is a case note that I have already discussed in Zoom session, but many students wanted this to be discussed in live session so that it would be recorded and you can catch this session and you can write the letter for yourself. So that's the reason I'm here to take this session. I've already taken the session in Facebook as well. So all those students who do not have Facebook account can take the session over here on YouTube. So come on, let's start with the case note there. My screen is visible and I'm audible to you. Just let me know that I am visible, the screen is visible, I am properly audible enough, there is no network issue. Just let me know that. All right, people. So let's start reading. So let's start reading the task. So we'll read the writing task. Okay, using the information given in the case note, write a letter of referral to Dr. Stevenson at the Royal Darwin Hospital, Rockland Drive, TIWPO Box 41326, Casuarina NT0811. So, this is a referral letter to Dr. Stevenson. Dr. Stevenson at the Royal Darwin Hospital, Rockland Drive, TIWIPO Box, and address is given. Why are you writing a letter to Dr. Stevenson? And how is the patient connected? Is the patient connected? How are we connected to the patient? What is the requirement of the patient? Let's read and understand. So name of the patient is Fenalisa. Okay, name of the patient is Mrs. Fenalisa. DOB is 6 January 1964. Socially, she is married. She has 2 children. She is a heavy smoker. She drinks alcohol occasionally. As per her past medical history, she had her tubal ligation 8 years ago. Menstrual history, menarche at the age of 11. Menstrual normal for periods regular 3/28 cycle. Family history, no family history of breast disease. All right. Then let's read on. Let's move on to the next slide. Huh. On 13/4/2009, subjective, objective. So now you can see two headings, subjective and objective. So first let me clarify that what is the difference between subjective and objective point. People, subjective points are the points which are straight away verbalized by the patient herself or himself. The points which are verbalized by the patient herself or himself is called a subjective point, and our observation on those subjective point is called as objective. All right, people, understood? So the points which are straight away verbalized by the patient herself or himself is called as subjective, and our observation on those subjective point is called as objective. So subjective points are the points which were Mrs. Penalisa stated or claimed or reported or complained. Okay. So let's read. So on 13/4/2009 subjective, she noticed a lump in her upper part of her right breast 2 months ago. No change in size during menstrual cycle. No discharge from nipple. So on observation, this is our observation. On observation, her pulse rate was noted as 76 beats per minute, blood pressure 130/85, and ill-defined 1.5 centimeter lump in upper quadrant of the right breast was noted. No lymph node enlargement, overlying skin normal, no evidence of attachment to surrounding structures, no other abdominal findings on general examination. So as of now, objective, there is no such thing for we to dwell on, for we to target. Okay, so assessment was breast cancer or fibroadenoma or cyst. So the plan was to explain the patient regarding the possible conditions, consequences that she might have to undergo radiological assessment, that is mammogram. She might have to undergo pathological assessment, that is fine needle aspiration or core biopsy. So this happened on 13th. After a few days, that is on 24 2009. Right. This was just a second, people. 13/4/2009. Yeah, and next is 24/2009. Okay, so on 24/2009, when this lady presented, she was extremely concerned about the possibility of cancer, difficulty to sleep at night, she's anxious, she's feeling low, she's irritated, she has pounding heart, she's unable to cope with even household chores, she has lack of concentration, breast lump, no problem. So this time on her visit, she is more of anxious. Like breast lump, there is no problem, but this time she is very concerned about the possibility of cancer. So on observation, pulse rate was noted as 85 beats per minute. Blood pressure was noted as 140/90. She looks anxious. She's sweaty. Other examinations are normal. Mammogram normal. Ultrasound confirmed solid lump. Cytological examination revealed malignant cells. Core biopsy under local anesthesia. Adenocarcinoma was confirmed. So assessment in the next visit was anxiety secondary to breast cancer or adenocarcinoma. So plan was to break the bad news. What do you mean by break the bad news? What do you mean? Good evening, dear Sophie. Yes, right, people. Yes, so what do you mean by to break the bad news? To break the bad news means to reveal the news to her, right? Now we have to reveal this. The thing which was concealed, we need to reveal it. So that is break the bad news. Yes, people, up till there you're with me. You have understood so far. As of now, clear to each one of you. हाँ, exactly. To tell the truth. है ना? Clear? चलो, let's read. As of now, clear to everyone. No confusion. No confusion. Who are we? What is the patient? What is the condition of the patient? Who is the reader? Right? Clear up till here? Huh. Okay. Right. So let's read further. Okay. So plan was to break the bad news, and we broke the bad news, and we suggested her to take further test. That is that she might have to undergo blood test, bone scan, CT scan. We outlined different treatment options available, that is surgery, radiotherapy and chemotherapy, and we referred her to general surgeon for surgery. Okay, so in this visit, we broke the bad news, we gave her treatment options, and also we referred her to general surgeon for operation. So then what happened in the next visit? On her next visit, that is on 4/5/2009, this time she came here for regular follow-up. She had a local excision and auxiliary clearance with radiotherapy to residual right breast for local control. So what happened? In the last visit, we referred her to general surgeon for a surgery, right? So this time when she came for the regular follow-up, she had her local excision and auxiliary clearance with this therapy to residual right breast for local control. So on observation, her general condition is well, no evidence of metastasis, hormone receptor is also negative. So for as of now, she's recovering. We cannot say fully recovered, but yes, she's progressing somehow. So assessment, post-operative recovery of grade 2 adenocarcinoma. So the plan was that she should undergo chemotherapy, regular reviews for cancer spread, and she must contact local breast cancer foundation for further information. So see, first visit, she noticed a lump. Second visit, she was very anxious about the possibility of cancer. We broke the bad news and we referred her to general surgeon for operation. Next visit when she came, she had her auxiliary clearance and radiotherapy to residual right breast for local control. And then now after all this, she is recovering, right? Post-operative recovery of grade 2 adenocarcinoma because hormone receptor is negative and no evidence of metastasis. So plan was that now she should take chemotherapies. She should undergo regular reviews for cancer spread, to contact local breast cancer foundation for further information. So this was the advice that we gave in the last visit. Then what happened? Now on 22/1/2010, that is today, How did we land up to today? I'll tell you. Okay. So subjective. So today when she came, she had sudden onset of severe low back pain. She is suffering from mild back pain for 4 nights, exacerbated by movement, radiates down back of left leg. She has a weight loss of 4 kg and the pain got rid of her appetite. Pain got rid of her appetite means pain karna veshipu bolum nashtapettu. Pain ke wajah se inki bhook tak mit chuki hai, right? So pain got rid of her appetite. So on observation, she has pain distribution in front of thigh, inner aspect of thigh, knee and leg, sensory loss in anterior aspect of thigh and absence of knee jerks. So assessment was tumor spread to lumbar spine. Okay, see, there was no evidence of metastasis. Her hormone receptor got negative and now she is assessed to have tumor spread to lumbar spine. So plan is that she should undergo bone scan, CT scan of chest and abdomen, radiotherapy to control pain and refer to an oncologist for assessment and palliative care. Who is going to refer her to an oncologist for palliative care? Who is going to refer her to an oncologist for palliative care? Who is going to refer her to an oncologist for palliative care? We, somebody else, or the reader, or that oncologist is somebody else. What is your stand on this? Yeah, that is our plan. Very good, Ansi. That is our plan. We are going to refer her to an oncologist for assessment and palliative care. So please tell me, if under the plan, refer to an oncologist is our point, then bone scan, CT scan of chest and abdomen, radiotherapy to control pain, this is to be done by the reader or this is to be done by us? Please answer me wisely. Refer to an oncologist for assessment and palliative care. We are going to do this, okay? Under plan, this point is given. We are going to do this. So, bone scan, CT scan of chest and abdomen, radiotherapy to control pain. We are going to suggest or the reader is going to suggest. Who? Who is going to suggest the patient regarding these therapies? Waiting for your answers, people. Exactly, we. Why should we differentiate? On what basis will you differentiate? Exactly, we. Right? If we are going to refer the patient to an oncologist for assessment and palliative care, we are suggesting the patient to perform CT scan. We suggested why will you suggest the oncologist to tell all this? Will you tell the oncologist that please consider bone scan, CT scan of chest and abdomen, radiotherapy to control pain? Why do you have to give suggestion to an oncologist, people? And that too suggestion. The oncologist knows it well. We want the reader to provide palliative care. We have suggested the patient to undergo all this, right? Have you understood, people? Do you understand that point? I shouldn't have been asking you, but then too I felt that you might get confused. See, on what basis will you differentiate, people? If the last line of the plan is for the reader, certainly the other lines of the plan is for... Got my point? Okay. Alright, so now the basic questions that I want to ask you before we drop the letter. Is this a known case, people? Is this a known case? Is this a known case? This is a known case. People, for known case, the task should give you enough clues and information that the reader is already aware to the patient, but the task has not given you any kind of information where the reader is already aware about the patient, or the patient has already met the reader before, or the reader has already provided any kind of management before to the patient. No such points are given. You cannot conclude this case to be known case, people. Understood? You cannot consider this case to be known case. See, people, for a case to be a known case, the task should give you enough clues that the patient has visited the patient reader before, the reader has provided some kind of management to the patient before, right? But there is no such statement which is given for you to conclude this kind of conclusion, right? So this is an unknown case, right? Is this an urgent case, people? Is this an urgent case? Is this an urgent case? Don't tell me yes, okay? For a case to be an urgent case, the task should give you enough information. Anywhere in the case note given that the patient requires urgent assessment and palliative care? Anywhere it is given the patient requires immediate evaluation? No, no such word is given. See, you have no right to assume anything just because you felt like. The task will give you enough clues. Okay, so it's neither a known case, it's nor a urgent case. People, this is a referral letter or a transfer letter. This is a referral letter or a transfer letter. This is a referral letter or a transfer letter. Referral letter, because there is no word which shows that the patient is going to be transferred. So it's a referral letter. Right, okay. See, right. So this is the last plan. How did we come to know? Because after that you're referring the patient to an oncologist, right? So people, this oncologist and Dr. Stevenson, are they both same or they are different personalities? Dr. Stevenson and oncologist, are they both same or are they different personalities? Yes, people. What is your observation on that? Are they same or are they different, people? I will be disappointed if you answer this question incorrectly, okay? Yeah, they are same. Nitesh sir, long time. Where were you? Not attending the Zoom session as well. Huh, Nitesh sir? Right? Yes. It is same person, the oncologist and the reader. Both of them are same people. Understood, everyone? Clear to each one of you? So this is a referral letter. It's over. Okay. All right. Happy to see you here. Right. So it's a referral letter. It's not a transfer letter. It's an unknown case because the task does not give you any point, right? That gives you the clue that it is known case. And this is not an urgent case because the task does not give you any clue about any urgency, right? Exam on July 8th. Oh, great, sir. Great. I remember your promise. If you do not remember, right, Nitesh sir? Do you remember? Do you remember? So I really pray from the depth of my heart that you clear the exam. All those people who have exam on July 8th, right, may God be willing, everything should be amazing. So you are going to be amazing that day. Have faith on yourself, have faith on the hard work you have put on, people. And yes, you remember. You must be wondering how this lady remembers all this, huh? Nitesh sir, yes, aren't you wondering that how do I remember it so well? Because it's a matter of iPhone. So need to be remembered. Right? All right, people. Jokes apart. Right, coming back. So date of the letter would be considered 22/1/2010, right? What will be the date of the letter? 22/1/2010 will be the date of the letter because there is no admission date, no discharge date. So we have to consider last visit as the date of the letter. So let's assume 22/01/2010 as the date of the letter. So 22/01/2010 is the date of the letter. After which you would leave a line. After leaving a line, you will write the yeah, exactly, sir. I told you, it's a matter of iPhone. So how can I forget? Right. So wish you all the best. All right, people. Yes. So now talking about the date, address, salutation, and RA date, we have discussed address. First line of the address would be Dr. Stevenson. Second line would be oncologist. Okay. First line Dr. Stevenson. Second line oncologist. Third line Royal Darwin Hospital. Fourth line Rockland Drive. Next line TIWI. Next line PO Box 41326. And last line Casuarinas NT0811. I repeat. First line Dr. Stevenson, second line oncologist, Third line, Royal Darwin Hospital. Fourth line, Rockland Drive. Next line, TIW. Next line, PO Box 41326. And last line is Casurin as NT0811. After which you would leave a line. After leaving a line, you will write the salutation as Dear Dr. Stevenson, because name of the doctor is provided, right? So, Dear Dr. Stevenson, comma, leave a line, RE, full colon, Mrs. Fenalisa, don't mess with the gender of the patient, RE, full colon, Mrs. Fenalisa, comma, DOB, full colon, 06/01/1964. People, you can write the date in slash format or in word format. All you have to remember is, if you opt slash format, throughout the letter you have to follow slash format. If you opt word format, throughout the letter you have to opt word format. Yes people, date, address, salutation and RE is clear to each one of you. Look at the date, address, salutation and RE part. Is it clear to each one of you? Let me know in the chat box, everyone. Let me know in the chat box. I've pasted the date, address, salutation and RE. Have a look and let me know. Okay, done. Chalo, so let's read. Let's start drafting our introduction now. So let's have keen attention and let's start drafting our letter. So I am writing to refer, right? See what tenses I am writing? I am writing is present continuous. You can write in two ways people. Either you can say I am writing to refer, or you can use present continuous passive voice as well. That is, this letter is being written to refer. So both ways are right, okay? You cannot claim that first one is better than the second one or the second one is better than the first one. No, both are right at their respective places, okay? So I am writing to refer Mrs. Fenalisa. Please be very attentive. In the introduction part and in the RE part, you are supposed to write full name of the patient, okay? So I am writing to refer Mrs. Fenalisa, who requires assessment and palliative care owing to metastasis of tumor. Very good. Yes. So I am writing to refer Mrs. Fenalisa, who requires assessment and palliative care owing to metastasis of tumor, which you can also write, this letter is being written to refer Mrs. Fenalisa, who requires assessment and palliative care owing to metastasis of tumor, right? After which you would leave a line. Now we have to make sure that throughout the letter, we are going to address the patient with the second name. In introduction, you will write full name. In RE, you will write full name. Now, in the latter part of the letter, you will address the patient with the second name because the age of the patient is above 16. Okay, which means if the patient's age was less than 16, we would have been addressing the patient throughout the letter with the first name. Have you understood? You address the patient with the first name when the patient's age is less than 16. You address the patient with the second name when the patient's age is above 16. I hope that is clear to everyone. Okay. So, first body paragraph, Mrs. Lisa initially presented on. In front of specific dates, we always use preposition on. Okay. So, Mrs. Lisa initially presented on 13/04/2009 with the complaint. Complaint. We need a noun, not a verb. Okay. With the complaint of lump in upper part of her right breast for 2 months. Her cytological examination revealed malignant cells. Right? You cannot say her cytological examination was revealed. No. Cytological examination alla reveal cheyippikkapettadu. Malignant cells aanu reveal cheyippikkapettadu. Cytological examination ne reveal kiya hai. Cytological examination reveal hua nahi hai. रिवील क्या हुआ है? मैलिग्नेंट सेल्स रिवील हुआ है साइटोलॉजिकल एग्जामिनेशन में. सो प्लीज कीप दैट इन माइंड. डोंट मेस विद द टेंस, डोंट मेस विद द वॉइस. ठीक है. सो हर साइटोलॉजिकल एग्जामिनेशन रिवील्ड मैलिग्नेंट सेल्स. एंड इफ यू हैव द टेंडेंसी टू राइट इन पैसिव वॉइस, write like this: malignant cells were revealed in her cytological examination. Got my point, people? But do not say her cytological examination was revealed. No, malignant cells were revealed in cytological examination. Correct? Okay. So her cytological examination revealed malignant cells and adenocarcinoma was confirmed in core biopsy. What was confirmed? Adenocarcinoma was confirmed. You cannot say core biopsy was confirmed. No, adenocarcinoma was confirmed in core biopsy. Idne tudarna, iske baad, after this, what connector should you use? You should use a supporting connector. So I have used subsequently. Subsequently, comma, she was referred. Why am I using she was referred? Because she cannot refer herself. She has to be referred by somebody else. So simple past, passive voice. Passive voice isliye because it is done by somebody else. पास्ट टेंस इसलिए क्योंकि रेफरल ऑलरेडी हो चुका है बिफोर द डेट ऑफ द लेटर. ओके, सो सब्सिक्वेंटली कॉमा शी वाज रेफर्ड टू अ जनरल सर्जन फॉर एन ऑपरेशन. Full stop. Within 2 weeks, comma, she underwent local excision. Why underwent? Because undergo is first form of the verb, underwent is second form of the verb, undergone is third form of the verb. We use second form of the verb because in simple past we use second form of the verb. The structure is subject plus V2 plus object. So we have to use V2. Underwent is second form of the verb. First one is undergo. So within 2 weeks, comma, she underwent. Exactly. Within 2 weeks, comma, she underwent local excision along with auxiliary clearance and was advised, because advice was provided by somebody else, right? And was advised for chemotherapy as well as regular reviews to prevent cancer spread. So in this paragraph, you're talking about the initial visit and her subjective point and our observation regarding that. Let's move on. Then what happened? Then I'm straight away coming to today because I have clubbed all the visits, because people, there is no point talking about this was the plan was to break the bad news, right? There is no point dwelling on those points which will simply increase the word count of the letter and it does not have any crux. Okay, so I have merged those visits, and in the second body paragraph I'm talking about today's visit. Okay, so today, comma, Mrs. Lisa represented. Okay, because already her first visit is over, her subsequent visits are over, and now she represented with sudden onset of severe low back pain which increases by movement and radiates down to back of the left leg. In addition, people, when do you use in addition? You use in addition to describe about those points which you want to talk in top of something additional. For example, you're already speaking about some complaints and you want to add something on top of that, you can use in addition. If you're talking about the positive qualities of a person and you want to add on to that, you can use in addition. If you're talking about the negative points of a person, you want to add on to that, you can use in addition. But see, you cannot use in addition to connect to negative or positive statement. I mean, if you are connecting a positive statement with a negative statement, you cannot use in addition. In addition is used to add on something extra. Already the patient has something, or already the person possesses something. In top of that, when you want to add on to it, you use in addition. Okay, so see, before in addition, you're talking about the complaints that she had sudden onset of severe low back pain which increases by movement and radiates down to back of the left leg. In addition, on top of that, she has a weight loss of 4 kg. I hope it is clear. On assessment, people, on assessment, on observation, on evaluation, we always use preposition on. Okay, so on assessment, comma, she has a sensory loss in anterior aspect of the thigh, absence of knee jerk. Full stop. She was suggested bone scan because this suggestion was provided by us. We have already discussed this. Okay, so she was suggested bone scan, comma, CT scan of chest and abdomen along with radiotherapy to control pain क्योंकि tumor spread हो चुका है to lumbar spine, because tumor spread to lumbar spine. Right, so first body paragraph we merged the visits and we spoke only about the relevant points, and second body paragraph we consistently we sticked on to today's visit with the subjective point, with the observation and with the plan. After that, you would leave a line and you will write the recommendation paragraph as it would be appreciated if you could evaluate. Either you can say like this, or you can say it would be appreciated if you could provide evaluation. So either say it would be appreciated if you could evaluate, or you can say it would be appreciated if you could provide evaluation. to Mrs. Lisa apostrophe S condition and kindly provide hospice care for her. After which you would leave a line. After leaving a line, how will you write the conclusion? You know all the types of conclusion that you have already learned in the orientation class. Either you can say, if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me, or you can say, please contact me for further queries, right? Or any other kind of conclusion that you have learned in the orientation class of B-Ghud, right? So I have used, if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me, full stop, leave a line. Yours sincerely, yours faithfully has always been a confusion, and I'm again clearing you out. We use sincerely when the name of the reader is provided. You use faithfully when the name of the reader is not provided. In this case note, you are provided the name of the reader. What's the name of the reader? Dr. Stevenson. So here, because the name of the reader is provided, you will write yours sincerely. If it was simply given, write a letter to an oncologist and the name of the oncologist was not given, in that case, you would have written yours faithfully. Let it be whatever. Yours sincerely, Y capital S small. Let it be yours faithfully, Y capital F small, right? Now, many students have confusion about leaving the line. Is it connection with the reader? See, leaving a line has no connection with the reader, okay? Leaving a line is all about us. If the name of the registered nurse is provided, you will not leave a line and you will write the name of the nurse. If the name of the registered nurse is not provided, then you will leave a line and then after that you will write the designation. Clear, everyone? So I think I was non-stop. I was not even asking your comments. Have you understood? I just went on and on. Are you there with me, people? Did you follow that? Did you understand this task? Have you understood the organization, everything, all the points that I just went on, and then I realized that I have students with me. I should ask them something. Are you there with me, people, or have you left? Yes, people, have you understood? Task is clear to everyone. Yes, see, I was pretty fast, I know, but see, in your exam hall, you have to read the task and understand the task in 5 minutes, right? So keep your reading process fast, analyzing process fast, right? Yes, people. So ask me all those doubts you have regarding, hey Anju, good evening, how are you doing? Okay. Yes, people. Kindly ask me doubts related to this task if you have any. No problem, Anju. It's a recorded session. The moment I sign off, it would be recorded and you can watch me then. Right? Right? You can just catch me then, okay? So no worries. No problem at all. All right, people. Right. I want you to apply the same, Nitesh sir, please do apply the same way once you approach the exam task. Anju, for no reason complimenting, huh? What is the reason for this compliment, Anju? That you came late and I said this is a recorded session. Anju would be thinking, I gave her a compliment, on top of that she's pulling my leg. All right. Yes, people. So all those who were not able to watch this session because of your duty, kindly do watch it. It's a very nice task. An OET aspirant must go through it, and an OET aspirant must write this kind of letter, right? So do practice it well. If you have any doubts regarding it, please. Oh, so sweet of you, Anju. That's so nice of you to acknowledge it, Anju. Thank you. Right. So this is absolutely God gift. All right, people. Yes. So, is there anything that is bothering you in this letter? Anything that is bothering you deeply in this letter you want to clarify? Nothing? Nothing, ma'am. All right, people. So, then I'll wind up the session. We'll catch up at 9 p.m. for the Zoom session, right? All those people who have exam on July 8th, people, As I have been telling you, Nitesh sir and all those people who have exam coming Saturday, as I read the task, please try to follow the same methodology. Yeah, before reading the task, take a deep breath, relax your mind, because see, at the time of exam, while reading the question paper in the exam hall, the mind has a great role, people. The way, like whatever has been planned, you might not be behaving in the very same mannerism, but before that you have to train your mind, right? In order to train your mind, you need to practice letter, because that gives the confidence. So once you're confident, the mind also is confident and gives you right tracks. It is mandatory to leave space between last line and the signing off. It becomes mandatory, Shivani, when the name of the registered nurse is not given. For example, the name of the registered nurse is Shivani Rana. Okay, Shivani Rana is the one who is writing this letter. Like it is given like, you are Shivani Rana, registered nurse, write a letter to Dr. Stevenson. So in this case, name of the nurse is given. So how will you write the signing off? You are sincerely, comma, Shivani Rana, next line, registered nurse. In this case, where the name of the registered nurse is not provided, how are you supposed to write it? You're supposed to write like this. That is, you're sincerely, comma, leave a line, because name of the registered nurse is not given. So you will leave a line. After leaving a line, you will write registered nurse. है ना? Got my point? Clear? Yes, people. Anything else that is bothering you, please do not dither to ask me. Please ask me. Yes, people. Anything else? Clear, everyone? All right, people. So we'll wind up the session. So that was a nice session with you all. I really appreciate all the doubts that you have asked me. I am pretty sure that I've clarified all the doubts that you have asked me. All those people who could not attend the session, please do watch it. It's a very interesting letter. You must practice this letter. All right, people. So that is all for today. Catch you at 9 p.m. for the Zoom session. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.